I'd like to welcome everyone back here for our third period of action between our Dawson Creek Canucks and the hometown Fort St. John Flyers. Fort St. John currently leads this game 3-2 coming into the third period of play. Dawson out shooting them though 30-19, and they started to turn it on a little bit as that second period wound down. Penalty-filled affair though that second period. Not much 5-on-5 play to talk about at all. We're ready for puck drop now. Rally and Horst will do battle at center ice, and Horst able to win that one to start this third period. Carter able to get that over for Horst, and he chips that one in. That one deflects off his stick. Bounces out of the zone, out to center. Legler. Miller-Jeannot takes that pass from Pearson. He'll gain the blue line, pump it in. Lee out of his net. Up for Shipton. Wall. Desjardins will pick this puck up, skate it out of the zone. Desjardins gets around Legler. Has a man out front, gets it to him. Legler able to break that one up as Shipton looking to get a shot on. Back to the point, Weaver. That one kicked out by Hatton. Flyers just able to get it to the zone. Breaks that one up, plays it back for Evan Weaver. Up the ice, Desjardins stops up, shoots that one wide above the net. Smith gives chase, has a man out front, and Schmerman lost that off the edge of his stick. Smith just able to get out of the way of a hit there from Florient. Sirota all the way up the ice for Kallio. Broken up, Norman will bring it back the other way, has Smith turning away, finds Weaver at the right point. Skip past his stick, so he's got to play it down low. Norman finds Schmerman. He's pressured right away there by Arbery. Smith stops up. That one hits Norman in front. Kicked out by Hatton with the right pad. And just able to get enough of that one and find the loose puck and hold it for a whistle. All stats brought to you tonight, credited to Chris Clegg, NPHL Fan Zone, NPHL statistician. Go take a like and follow over at their Facebook page, NPHL Fan Zone. One-timer by Hansen, and that deflects just over the net, off a body. Flyers able to bring it up. Legacy. His shot off the stick, way up, out of play. Off one by Legacy, back to the point. Sirota just wide on the glove side. Swales puck, send it over the other side. Hansen trying to get around Sirota. He falls down. Sirota ends up with that puck, and now a tripping call coming up to Hansen. Stick penalties have not been the Canucks' friends tonight. Another tripping call coming up against the Canucks. Hansen will go sit in the 2 minutes or less. The Canucks will have to kill off another power play. And in the last 26 games between these two regular season playoffs, Fort St. John with just 2 wins, looking to get their third one and even this series up 1-1. Good opportunity here on the power play to double their lead. Pearson, cross ice harder. That one, swing and a miss by Horst on the rebound. Is Lee able to get a piece of the first shot? Harder. Into the middle, Miller-Jeannot. That one over to Glove. Rebound sent wide by Horst. Just able to keep the zone. Inches there at the blue line. Horst ends up with it. Finds his man. That one's saved by Lee, able to get a piece of that. And that's going to bring the Flyers out back to center. Horst leaves that there for Miller-Jeannot. Miller-Jeannot stolen away from him into skates. Played to the corner by Lee with the paddle. Smith is tied up. Puck was loose and Horst ended up with it. Lagler will play it down low again. Lagler able to keep the zone one more time. Cross ice. Saved by Lee. Rebound out in front. And Massingham will pick that loose one up and fire it down the ice. Pearson. Hit there by Joey Massingham. Steals the puck away from him. Lauren Weaver with it now. Ends up on Massingham's stick again. They'll go cross ice for Evan Weaver. Weaver will fire it down the ice. Right on net to Hatton. Just 24 seconds left in the power play. Sirota stopping up. Letting his guys regroup. Head up the ice. Arbery gets around Schmerman. Nimmo skates onto it. Watch from behind there by Schmerman. Broken up there. Nimmo gets it back. Tried to chip that to the front of the net. Saved by Lee, and he's got that between the pads. 3 seconds left on the power play. Legacy versus Schmerman just to the right of Lee. Schmerman able to win that one, and says 0 seconds on the penalty, but they have it at 1 second, and then Hansen will be out of the draw, or out of the box. So one more draw shorthanded for this power play. That one won back by Schmerman. Gray Eyes hit into the corner by Weaver. Legacy will skip away on the check. There by Lauren Weaver. Loose puck picked up Arbery. That one blocked by Norman. Now could be a break the other way. Norman has Smith or Hansen with him. Gets it over to him. Hansen saved by Hatton. And he'll find that one and hold it for a whistle. Good opportunity for the Canucks. Hansen out of the box. Trying to even this one up for the Canucks, but he's shut down by Landon Hatton. His 31st save of the night. Rowley wins that face-off back for Evan Weaver. Shot on, that's off shin pads. Canucks couldn't hold the zone. Arbery controls now. He takes a hit from Craig as he releases that puck. Arbery, young kid, 21, he gets shied away from the physicality of this series. Set that cross ice for Sirota. Canucks able to chip that. Now Hart has a man going to the front of the net. Finds Rowley, shoots. That one kicked out by Hatton. Just able to get enough of that with the left pad. Now a long pass up for Harder. Trying to get around Weaver. He shuts him down. Puck rolls into the corner. Cross ice for Craig to skate onto. He'll chip that into the offensive zone. Up the ice, Kallio. Gets around Schmerman. Runs into his own teammate and the puck goes loose. Brennan just able to clear the zone. Hayden Smith turns back there. Swales tried to leave that there for him. Flyers did a good job reading that, and they'll dump it into the Canucks end. Norman got the puck off before he took that hit. Now Schmerman has it. Schmerman in on the attack, trying to get through Legler. He broke that one up. Overskated the puck. Swales is able to play it back for Sam Brennan. Flyers in the middle of a change. Norman has Schmerman. Schmerman up the right wing, stops up. Now behind his back, he's taken down. Legacy ends up with that loose puck. Norman skirts the blue line, still with it, waiting for some help. Front of the net. That's easily saved by Hatton. Shipton, cross ice, and fanned on by Desiree. Wide open. Just couldn't get any wood on. Weaver able to keep that one, only temporarily. It's forced out in the second opportunity. Now the Flyers get behind the net. Florian stays with that. Tried to center it. That's off Lee. Another centering pass. Rally will get in front of this one. Play it off for Desiree. Shipton gets out of the way of a check there, but slowed up so he couldn't catch up to the puck. That's played up into the netting, out of play. Face-off will come inside the Canucks or the Flyers end. 35-26 now the shot for the Canucks, but still trailing on the scoreboard 3-2. Callio versus Massing for this draw. Hansen with the shot on, that deflected just past Van de Wettering, waiting in front of the net. Arbery ends up with it. He'll get it up for Phillips. Callio fanned on that pass. Worked out though as Florian did have it. Flyers offside now as Callio brought that in with Florian still on the other side of the line. Hansen can't catch up to that puck. Brennan. Ducks trying to break out of their zone. And connect on that pass, and that's intercepted. Flyers will dump it right back in. Van de Wettering tried to get that cross ice for Hansen. Palfy will just play that back for Brennan. Up the ice for Van de Wettering. Smith could have been offside, elected, or linesman calls it not. That looked offside to me. Swales down low for Van de Wettering. Couple bodies in front. Swales lost that one, and now here comes Horst the other way. Adam Horst on the breakaway. Backhand score! Adam Horst gets that one on the backhand over the glove of Peyton Lee, and that's a 2-goal lead again for the Flyers. 11:42 remaining here in the third period of play. Flyers win that one back in their zone. Great Rex will just play it off the boards. Canucks are going to have to take some chances here to get back into this game. Flyers can just kind of coast, play defensively. Try and trap it up a little bit. Hayden Smith has that down low, bring it out front. Tried to get a shot on the backhand, still loose in the skates. Absassin ended up with that. Tipped in. Ray Eyes will give chase on that dump in. Lee almost misplayed that. Canucks just able to clear the zone back to center. Hart just able to get a piece of Pearson. That one stung him. Lauren Weaver has Hart. Tried to get a shot on that save. Rebound cleared away by Pearson out of harm's way. Swales trying to keep the zone, he does, but the teammates all went back for it too, so no one to pick up that puck but the Flyers. Craig, and on the attack for the Canucks, slips a check. Egan gives chase, tried to center that one. Puck bounces into the corner again. Flyers will be able to get out of the zone. Nice pass cross ice for Kallio. Trying to get around Weaver. Blockered away on the backhand there. Kallio took a bump, and now a couple Flyers get caught. 4-on-2 for the Canucks if they hurry. Egan couldn't connect on that pass, and now the Flyers have a chance the other way. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Could be a 4-on-1. Tried to get that to Horst, and that was broken up. Canucks on the back check. Weaver caught up to there by Sirota. Slap shot by Horst, saved by Lee. Horst gets his own rebound as that caught Lee up high. Stung him a little bit. Sirota, front of the net, saved by Lee. Played back to the point for Arbery. Over for Horst. Fakes a slap shot, now gets it through. And that one paddled to the side by Lee. Another one. Hits a body in front. Canucks can't clear the zone. Flyers off the end boards. Harder. Centering pass. That one stopped by Rowley. Tried a little toe drag. Miller-Jeannot broke that one up, but Rowley gets it right back. Rowley trying to turn on the Jets. Gets around Arbery, and he's taken out. Big hit there. Rowley looks like he's going to be okay, though. Cutting through the ice like that can be a little scary sometimes. And now Palfy. He takes a hit. Helmet pops off, so he's got to go off the ice. Swales. Played off the boards. That one took a deflection off a referee. Canucks haven't had too much offensive zone time here in the last couple minutes. Down by 2, they need some. Swales. Back for Lauren Weaver. Up for Massingham. Couldn't connect on that pass for Hansen. The Canucks having a rough time tonight. Controlled play at different times, but having a hard time stringing some passes together right now. Time when they desperately need to. Florian giving chase. Evan Weaver off the bench, able to get to it first, batting at that. Kallio gets that loose puck in the Canucks' end. They'll just chop that deep again. Flyers trying to tick this clock down as much as possible. Down to 7:50 left here in the third period. Able to chip that off the board out to center. Flyers not icing. Say that deflected off a Canucks player changing at the bench. Aiden Smith cutting through the middle. Here comes Smith. Up the left side, glove down by Hatton. Seeing that one, no traffic in front, and he'll get that one with the glove. Schmerman wins that face-off over Horst. Shot, that one tipped off the post by Norman and stayed out. And now he's buried in front. Flyers will bring it back the other way. Canucks have had a couple posts tonight. Flyers, that one fought off by Lee over the net now. Horst ends up with it again. Tried to bring that out. Harder has it in his skates, able to chip that into the corner. Horst ends up with it again, trying to center. Intercepted by Schmerman. Schmerman has Norman, but he fell over the line trying to pick that one up. Stolen away. Rowley intercepts that. Canucks will just dump that one in, start the change. Legacy will start out from behind his own net. Swales pinches up, breaks that one up. Cross ice, Desiree to skate onto. Trying to find Shipton. Just broken up by Arbery in front. Shipton has it in the skates. Tried to get that out front, and that's sent down the ice. Lauren Weaver got a piece of that with his stick, so it won't be enough for icing. Canucks can't connect on that pass, and icing coming up against them. 6 minutes left on the dot in this third period. Canucks down by 2. Outshooting the Flyers 38-31. Scoreboard. where it matters. Canucks did have 3 wins in the regular season. Rowley chipped up for Desjardins. Couldn't handle that cleanly. Pearson gets there first. Shipton out for Rowley. Tried to play that down low for Desjardins. Shipton puts his man down to the ice. Rowley intercepts that. Shot on, that blocked. Nimmo ends up with the puck. He'll get it up the ice for Phillips. Rowley tracking him back. Let's bring that around. Flyers will start a change. Swales off the boards. Massingham trying to skate onto this. Sharp angle shot off the post. Puck loose behind the net. Bounces and flipped up into the slot. Harder ends with it. He'll try and out-skate Swales. He does. Horst. Centering pass. That one broken up by Evan Weaver. Diving. And now a penalty coming up. Slashing call against the Canucks. Joey Massingham will go to the box for a slashing call. 5:03 left here in this third period. It's down 2. Now a really good opportunity. 14 lead. Try and salt this one away. Horst wins that one. The Flyers will set up. Sirota saved there by Lee. Able to get that with the goal stick. Puck loose. Miller-Jeannot will pick that one up for the Flyers. Harder. Back to the point. Sirota. Shot on. Kicked out by Lee. Pearson finds that loose puck. And Pearson. Out for Sirota. Shot on. Saved by Lee. Rebound. Bounces out to Rowley, and he'll clear that down the ice. Hatton out of his net. Play that up for Sirota. Sirota still with it. Saved there by Lee with the shoulder. Canucks trying to clear that glove down by Horst. Centering pass. That one wide on the glove side. Flyers will regain control though. Harder. It's Pearson at the shot. That one gets through, but Lee able to find that. Hold it for a whistle. 4:03 left here in the third period of play. And the Canucks are going to take a timeout here. 4:03 remaining. Marcel Capel trying to rally the troops here. Next game in this series is going to be Tuesday night at the Memorial Arena in Dawson Creek. Game 3 of this series. Right now looking like it might be a series when we get back to Dawson, but there's still 4 minutes and 3 seconds left to decide that. Puck loose. Couldn't be kept in by the Flyers. Forced back to their own end. Legler has it behind his net. Legacy will pick it up now. Up the ice, Florian dumps it in. Phillips gives chase. Palfy into the corner with him. Puck goes free. Swales gives his man a hit. Hayden Smith. They'll just clear that off the boards and out. Legler able to glove that down. Egan trying to check him. Legler still with it. Centering pass. Big hit behind the net. And Palfy gets up. And we got a scrap maybe behind the net. Pearson comes in to give Palfy a shot. And Palfy's got 2 of them. Palfy's got the gloves off. There was an originally penalty coming up. Not sure if it was to Palfy. looks like Paul Fien Pearson gonna go off. Coincidental minors. And Evan Weaver looks like they just got tossed out of this game. There's a little altercation right before the whistle, or after the whistle here. Just a conversation about where the face-off should. Some words got exchanged. And there's no love lost between these two teams. Classic Fort St. John Dawson Creek matchup. Canucks down 2, 3:22 left here in the third period of play. They're still in the penalty kill for another 15 seconds too. Flyers gave that puck up. Canucks will control now. They might just elect to try and hold until they have the extra skater. Swales had a little bit of an adventure there, him and Lauren Weaver, but they're able to find that puck. Tried to find Massingham out of the penalty box. Long stretch pass for him. Rowley will try and play that down low for Shipton. Horst able to break that up, and Arbery will play it to the other side. Legler couldn't get that past Sam Brennan. Horst will bring it back to the other side. Lauren Weaver will keep it in. Loose behind the net. Smith with it. Extra attacker on for the Canucks. And there's an empty net. Miller Janot. He'll hit it. 5-2 lead now for the Flyers. And that one will pretty well put a nail in the coffin. So for only the third time in the last 27 games, it looks like the Flyers might take this one. Still a little bit of time left, but 3 goals, 2:23 left. Cutting it real close. Everything's got to go right for the Canucks at this point. Give the Flyers credit. They played a really good game here at home tonight. Came out, got that early goal. Canucks will try and get something back here, though. Norman cutting to the middle. Still with it. Played back for Smith. Smith shoots, and that one saved by Hatton. Able to see that one pretty clearly as the seas parted in front of him. Massingham wins that one back. Swales trying to keep it in the zone. He does. Stripped away from him right after, though. 1:58 left. Then game 3 will be in Dawson on Tuesday. 8:30 p.m. puck drop there. And then game 4 will be back here in Fort St. John Thursday. That one tipped in by the Flyers. Florian breaks that one up. Puck's going to bounce back for Arbery. Now Legler. He'll just flip that up. And that hit the ceiling. Face-off will come inside the Fort St. John zone. Egan won that draw. Hart shot from the point. That one just kicked out by Hatton. Legacy better have his head up. Craig. Egan steps into him. Bird will just clear that off the glass. Lauren Weaver back. Takes a spill in the corner. Florian ends up with the puck. And there's a slash from behind. Florian and Weaver. Now we got a brawl. We got a brawl. Big lead. Everyone into it here. Craig really trying to get at Florian. Not sure if they're going to let him go. Egan and Bird into it as well. Lauren Weaver definitely getting the slashing calls. Gave a pretty good two-hand there. Nothing like a Dawson Creek Fort St. John series. Fans here giving it to the Canucks. Still just trying to sort out the penalties here. 1:01 left in the third period. This game's pretty much over except for all the chaos that might ensue. You might think, some people might think like some of these penalties might not matter, like end of the game, 1 minute left, let's just have it play out. But depending what's called here could influence like what the lineup's like for next game. If there's any game misconducts given away, as it is in the last 10 minutes of play, get a game misconduct in the last 10 minutes, automatic 1 game suspension. I don't think Soroka and Evan Weaver got game misconducts. They just got misconducts and there's only a couple minutes left, so they're sent off. They both should be back for next game. Like after all that, just a 2-minute penalty on there. And that pass from Massingham, last minute of play here in the third. Hart didn't see that pass go past him, and that on net to Hatton. Lessingham able to win that forward. I'll just flip that to the other side. Nemo will pick it up. Flyers are just going to kill off the final seconds of this. 30 seconds left now in this one. Hansen took a spill. Legacy, I think he may be able to try and trick there. Hart, he'll just get that out. Sent to the other side by Hansen. Marbury. Popped out in. Hansen for the Canucks. 10 seconds left now. And he'll just kill this one out. Flyers are going to take game 2 here at Fort St. John by a final score of 5-2. Series all tied up at 1. Game 3 will be in Dawson Tuesday evening, 8:30 puck drop. I want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight. Be back for the next game at home in Dawson. Make sure if you got a chance, come down to the Memorial and cheer on the boys. You can use all your support. Let's make some noise. And we'll be back for game 3. We got an interesting series now. Series on, right? Classic Fort St. John, Dawson Creek. Well, I'm ready for game 3. We'll see you then Tuesday evening. Thanks for joining us, everyone.